Yo, it's me, it's the SCOTD! And it's time to continue the Pick 10 horror thing that I'm doing. And we continue with Poltergeist. Poltergeist. The 1982 original. Not this one, which is okay, but not the same. One question I want to ask is, how is so I'm sitting there watching this, right? I'm halfway through. And I'm seeing all the scary stuff that's happening, all the effects and everything. I'm like, this gotta be rated R, right? So I looked at the thing, it says PG. PG. All the scary effects. How can a movie, right? How can a PG film be scarier than its PG-13 remake? Now, this is not a bad movie. I think it's okay. But it's not scary in the most. Especially when you have Sam Rockwell, who's more of a comedic actor. Yes, I know that Craig T. Nelson stars in this, but he wasn't Coach yet. So it doesn't count. But Sam Rockwell has been in numerous comedies before this. I don't know about Craig T. Nelson. One thing I want to say about Craig T. Nelson in this movie, he has hair. He has hair. I mean, he still has hair now, but I remember being sort of baldish. But yeah, this movie is scarier than its PG-13 remake. Can you believe that? Can you believe that, player? It absolutely is. And so, like I said, I've seen the remake before the original, because this was the one that was available at the time. And I'm going to throw that away so I don't keep grabbing it. But I've seen the remake, so I put this in there because I wanted to be forced to watch it so I could finally watch it. Otherwise, I never had the chance to sit down. I might watch this more and more now. This is probably going to be one. I want to watch this again at night. Because I was okay. So here's the thing. Originally, I was going to watch this Saturday night. Son of a bitch. Saturday night. And then I changed my mind. And I don't know why. But I want to watch that nighttime. That's why I don't know. I hope I don't pull... I hope... Well, this time it's got to be a Blu-ray when I pull a new one out anyway. So... But yeah, because I'm on Blu-ray. DVD, Blu-ray, DVD. Originally, I was just going to do... I have other videos that I'm working on doing. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just pop this in. Why not? I actually enjoyed this way more than the remake. I enjoyed the remake. It's okay. It got me to like chicken nugget pizza. But the fact that the difference between the two is that Craig T. Nelson, while he will go on to star in a sitcom, he takes this role seriously. He is very serious in this role. And you can tell. Sam Rockwell is being Sam Rockwell in that movie, and that's the difference. You know, coming in, he's like, hey, family, how's it going? Hey, oh, a ghost, hey, a ghost. Probably not that, but it's Sam Rockwell. But yeah, so let's get into this. So, a family moves in this housing development that the husband, played by Craig T. Nelson, helps set up, and he's helping, you know, he works with this other guy who wants to, you know, do other housing developments. Now, stuff starts to happen with the TV. And this scene right here. They're here with the youngest daughter, played by Heather O'Rourke, who was in all three of the original films, but sadly died shortly before the third film could be released. And weird, but the same year this came out, the actress who played the eldest daughter was murdered by her ex-boyfriend. And that led to say, oh, the Exorcist curse. Well, only two main actors actually died, and then Zelda Rubinstein, who's also in this film, she died in 2010, so that was kind of along the way, but they both died in the 80s, so... But yeah, I do want to point out that there are two sitcom actors in this. Craig T. Nelson, Coach, being one. Heather O'Rourke was on Happy Days. And I saw the mom, and I'm like, where have I seen her before? I know that name. Jo Beth Williams. I know that name. Where have I seen it before? So I looked it up. She was Tim Allen's ex-wife in Jungle to Jungle, which is one of my favorite Tim Allen movies. Kill me if you have to, but I love that film. Oh, you mean Statue Who Sticks Fire Up Sky's Butt? I love that film, man. But yeah, so let's see if that's on Disney Plus. But yeah, Steven Spielberg is a producer on this. Tobe Hooper is the director. The special effects. Good God, who did the special effects? Does it say? Industrial Light and Magic. Well, that explains it. Special effects are the bomb, yo. There's this one scene, right, where, one thing I want to mention. I can't help but wonder if James Wan got the inspiration for Insidious by watching this film. Because it's about a family who's in a house, their spirits, demons, what have you, going around the house. One of their children is taken. In this film, it's physically. In Insidious, it's mentally. They take, into the further. And so they have to bring in a psychic to help figure what's going on. Now, there is a scene where they bring in a woman and her two assistants, and I'm like, well, that's kind of like Insidious. And then they bring in an actual psychic later, Zelda Rubinstein. And I was like, okay, that's even more like Insidious. I wonder if James Wan got ideas from this. I mean, it's not uncommon for other directors to get ideas from other films, And say, hey, what if I did this, tweaked it around, tweaked, made my own little idea from this. It has that same kind of thing into it, Same kind of idea around it, I should say. Sorry, the hats. I wonder where hatness are you, okay? Okay! So, yeah, the daughter is taken, eventually, and they see, all this weird stuff starts happening, the daughter is taken, and, well, once this weird stuff starts to happen, you have this scene where the dad, Craig T. Nelson, is talking to his boss, and they're up at this graveyard that's up the hill from the housing development, and he's talking about he wants to do another housing development there. And he's like, well, you can't disturb the graves. You can't do that. He goes, I've done it before. He's like, where? He's like, down there. And he points to, the place where they're living right now. He goes, I did it then. I can do it again. People can go somewhere else to see their family members, just go up the hill. And Christian Nelson's like, oh, I guess that'd be okay. But there is a twist with this. And it's obvious from this point that this is the reason why the ghosts are haunting the place. But why? The ghosts are haunting just their house. They're after the daughter. And it's not till towards the end of the film when we get the all-out panic and disruption from the entire housing development. Why is it only haunting? You think if the whole housing development was built over this place, that it would go through the whole place, not just one house. Then again, it could be multiple houses and they just don't say anything because I don't know. But, so they have Zelda Rubinstein come in and they get the daughter out. And you think, okay, this was kind of creepy. There's some scary. There's one point, one of the assistants, he goes to get some food, right? He's eating a chicken leg. And he puts out a meat on the counter and he's eating a chicken leg. And he hears the noise and he turns around. And the chicken leg, or not the chicken leg, the meat that he has on the counter is starting to mold, get all nasty looking and stuff. And then he throws the chicken leg down, and there's maggots all over the chicken leg. So he goes into the bathroom to wash this, or not bathroom, it's like this, maybe it's the laundry area, there's a little slop sink in there. Occupational word there, slop sink. And there's a mirror, and he's cleaning off, and he sees something on his face. So he starts messing with it, and it peels off his fucking face to reveal a skeleton. Now, I will admit, this is 1982, I will admit, it's very easy to tell when it goes from him to the dummy. It's very easy to tell. But the effect of just taking the skin off and the skeleton underneath is just awesome. And so, then Zelda Rubinstein comes in, she's the psychic. I don't remember her character's name in here, but she's the psychic. I guess she's in the second one. I want to see the sequels. Even though I'm going to have to wait till I'm done with this thing because I said I'm not going to do any sequels in this, so I'm going to have to wait. And I'm going to see if they're on Vudu or Tubi or something. I've seen the remake, so, you know, but I might have to watch it again to do a review if I can. But anyway, so they use this thing where they take the mom, they wrap her in rope, and they have her go save the daughter, right? The youngest daughter, Heather O'Rourke's character. And so then they have the husband, Craig T. Nelson, go underneath and pull her through. And I'm like, yeah, this is kind of what they do in the remake. So while the remake is not shot for shot, they change things. Like I said, of a sidekick, it's a TV paranormal. It's a paranormal investigator from television and his crew that come in, and the names are different. Like I don't remember what the last name is here, but they're different characters, a different family, but it's similar. But so pull it through, and they put them in the water, and there's soap in the water, which I don't know if that's what the gunk on their body was supposed to be, was like soap or whatever, and that's why there's enough. But you know, so you think it's over, right? At the end, there's a scene where Cricky Nelson and Joe Beth Williams are talking outside, and he's like, my boss won't go to hell for an answer. And she's like, so what are you going to do? He goes, I'm going to give him directions. I love that line. I laughed my ass off. That and what happens at the very end was very funny. It's both Craig T. Nelson related, where he's like, well, he won't go to hell for an answer. So what are you going to do? Give him directions. I love that. That's funny as hell. I love that line. Oh. And so at this point you're thinking, okay, so it should be over. He said, well, I have to go to work, but I'll be back. So he leaves his family at the house while he goes to the office. I'm sorry, but no. I'm sorry. If I was Craig T. Nelson in this movie, apart from investing in Rogaine, I would be like, we're going to go to a hotel first. Then I'll go talk to my boss and show him the directions to hell. Okay? I'm sorry. But I'm not leaving my family inside that house where I go to talk to my boss for 17 freaking hours, because it seems to take forever, because it's daytime when he talks to his wife and says he's going to the office, and by the time he comes back, it's nighttime and shit. And I'm sorry. And then here's another kicker, is that after this, the mom goes to take a bath. What the fuck? I'm sorry. What is wrong with these people? They knew that there's a ghost in their house. You know it can't be gone. You are moving away from there because of this. And you are staying around. The oldest daughter had, she was with her boyfriend. How do I say this? Not the boyfriend in the movie, not the boyfriend in real, but she was with her boyfriend or somewhere during this nighttime stuff. Because this whole time I'm thinking, because here's what happens. You get the infamous clown doll scene where it takes the son, and then you get that big white ghost thing pop out. That's pretty cool, and go after the daughter and stuff. But then the mom, here's another thing. She takes a shower and she lays on the bed. And we get the scene where she's pushed across the freaking ceiling and stuff. And then she gets locked outside. We get the scene where she falls in the pool and all the dead bodies are in there. Supposedly those are real dead bodies, but I can't 100% confirm it. But I've heard things. Those are real, like, dead bodies, real skeletons, real bones, which is kind of creepy. And then she gets locked out, and then she gets saved by her neighbors. And she needs help. But the neighbor, the neighbor lady, the guy's wife, won't let her husband go in and help. So the woman has to go in by herself. And then the husband comes back. The boss shows up and he says, "You son of a bitch, you moved the headstones, but you didn't take the bodies. You didn't take the bodies. You moved the headstones, you left the bodies." And then all of a sudden, that's when the shit hits the fan. Bodies, skeletons popping out everywhere, coffins popping up. There's a scene where a coffin pops up and it opens up and the skeleton comes out. It's cool. It's just, and then they get the hell out of it. They're gone. They finally get the hell. The whole time though, I'm yelling at the TV, "Where's the oldest daughter?" Because when stuff starts to happen, apparently the mom can't hear what's going on. But where's the oldest daughter? Apparently she wasn't even there. She shows up at the end. when they're getting in the car. And they're like, get in the car, get in the car. They never show her getting in the car. So all they go is they go from yelling at her to get in the car. Then they drive away. And I'm like, wait, you just left your daughter there? And the next scene shows her in the car. I'm like, when the hell did she get in the car? That's the least of my complaints in this movie. But it doesn't show her getting in the car. That's just kind of confusing. So they get the last, you think, okay, end with them driving away. No. And they, I don't know if there's a gag with Craig T. Nelson. I don't know which pocket his keys are in. But as he's getting in the car to leave, at this point, he's searching his pockets for the keys. And he finds them. And then he's fiddling, get it, and they drive the hell out of there. And then when they get to the hotel, he's once again fumbling through his pockets. I'm like, is that supposed to be a running gag? Or supposed to be funny? Because it's just kind of, I mean, maybe in a regular situation, but when there was ghosts and stuff, no, they didn't need to do that. But there is a really good gag at the end, because like I said, there's, the famous TV scene, So they go in the hotel room, shut the door. Door opens, and Craig T. Nelson is pushing the TV, just kind of pushes the TV outside. I laughed at that. I'm like, okay, that's funny. That's funny, because I was saying, what are you doing this keys in the pocket gag? It's not funny. And then when he does the TV thing, I'm like, okay, that's funny. I'll give you that. That's funny. Oh, no. This movie was pretty good. It piles on the scares better than its 2015 predecessor. I think its predecessor. Well, better than the one that comes in 2015, for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. I've never been a big fan of the early 80s stuff. Like, Happy Birthday to Me was kind of meh. But this was actually pretty good. I really enjoyed it. So a 9 out of 10 for me. I really enjoyed it. So now we got to pick our next movie, and it's got to be a Blu-ray. And I actually have a hard time remembering what movies are left. So I'm going to be surprised when I pull out a Blu-ray. Okay? As soon as I can get my hand in. It's a Blu-ray. A Blu-ray? Here. Oh! Okay. Possession of Hannah Grace. That'll be the next one. And I actually wanted to see this, so I put it in here. Because I want to watch it since I bought it. And I just never put it in. So, yeah. So that'll be your next review here in the... So what are your thoughts on Poltergeist? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.